Far Rockaway is a peninsula that is often called the Sixth Borough, a forgotten part of New York City. Despite the beauty of the ocean that surrounds it, this community has a history of gangs, guns, and poverty that spans generations.
Breaking news, breaking news. We are fighting a war. We are fighting hunger, sickness, and poverty. We're fighting racism, abuse, and its savagery. Kids crying as bombs is flying, as they ask their mama what's happening.
Well, kill violence, right? We follow a model. Detect, identify, and try to stop the transmission of gun violence. We are educators, we are mentors, we are job developers. We out there doing outreach, telling them about the message, talking to the parents, talking to the kids, talking to the community, dealing with the underlying stuff that cause gun violence, domestic violence, bullyingness. That's what we do every day.
When guns go off, it affects everybody. You might not think it don't affect you, but it do affect you, because now you're afraid to come out the building. So it do affect you.
I'll constantly see people, and then the next day they'll be gone from getting killed. I've witnessed someone getting shot in their back from outside my window when I'm supposed to be going to the store to just go get milk for my son. And it can be very hard, and people don't really talk about how hard it is, because it's not just hard on the victim, it's hard on the person who did it, their families, and everyone who surrounds the community, because now a place that you're supposed to call your home and a place that you're supposed to trust isn't safe, and who else is gonna be there to save it?
The kids out here, they need some type of guidance. They need somebody to talk to them that basically been through it, so they can let them know what it looks like on the other side. The reason why I took this job is because I was living the lifestyle that a lot of these kids be trying to reach out to, and I wound up doing 33 years straight.
I don't want it ever get to the police. I want to stop you from doing what you're doing and show you it's a way better way. It's always a different way to handle any type of situation. The short-term goal is to do a 365-day of no shooting in the whole Far Rockaway.
So both my sons got shot by the same person, right? And I work with the guy. I work with the guy who shot both of them, right? And both my sons called me and said, how can you work with the enemy? How can you work with the enemy that you know he shot both of us? I said, because nobody taught him right from wrong.
In 2014, the community experienced 31 shootings. We started Rock Safe Streets in 2015. By 2017, Far Rockaway experienced only 10 shooting incidents.
Well, New York City adopted the kill violence model, and Rockaway wasn't on the list. They offered me a position in Brooklyn. And I said, well, we have our own problems in Rockaway. Why would I go work in Brooklyn when I live in Rockaway? So they told me, get with your politician, talk to him about, bringing the program here. It took about maybe 8-9 months pushing for and stuff like that there.
Shelter in Arms has consistently proven how effective pure violence can be at protecting our children and our communities.
After what we went through in 2020 with COVID, with the rise in gun violence, we're so thankful to the city for making a reinvestment in gun violence and reducing gun violence and giving us additional resources so we can have a beautiful office like this, so we can reach more participants, reach more community members, do more mediations, do more interruptions, have more community events, hire more staff, and really make the kind of impact that we believe to make.
Rock Safe Streets and Sheltering Arms came to us and they wanted to set up a partnership. We case conference about the students. If they're having an issue, they need a place where they can be open, where they can talk to people, where they can build relationships, and they can get all their needs met and their families' needs met too.
To have someone to tell you, I've been there without judging you, is something that's really hard to find. And as someone who experienced things, I try to be as open and caring to everybody else as possible.
That one kid, you could change their life. We got a challenge this month here. We ask all parents to tell their kids and their next door neighbor kids that they're beautiful and they're special. It's a 30-day challenge.
You have to love the human race, period. You just have to love people. You have to it gotta be here first. And then you will express it.
Kids come out through this door here. 2 members would stand here, 2 would stand over there, and 2 would stand down the other end. So this is when the kids come out, they would see 2 people from Rockaway Street standing here. School safety would greet us. We would work with school safety to make sure the kids come out. The older guys was coming here to try to recruit young kids for the gangs. This is off limits.
I can definitely say Shelter in Arms is a safety net. That transition from teenagehood to adulthood is so hard. And to have someone until you're 24 be able to say, hey, listen, I'm able to put these steps in front of you. You may not be able to do this, all right? I have someone who can help lead you in the right direction. Okay, you have an anxiety where you can't go. Okay, we have somebody represent you and call all of these people. All you gotta do is just make it to your appointments. They have the help where you feel like there is none.
I would say Rockaway Streets is like the greatest program ever happened in Far Rockaway. Because if I had this, I wouldn't have went away for 17 years. I wouldn't have. I know I wouldn't have. If I had somebody I could have called that day, that would an older guy who I know really was in the streets and doing what I was doing, and I would look at him and I know he knows what's gonna happen, and to tell me, yo, don't do it, more likely I wouldn't have went and did it.